LeBron James dropped 39 points in an overtime win against the Pacers, as this is big for LA as they can finally get a win. Welcome back to the NBA Recap. I'm your host, Evan, and this is another episode of our recaps. We're going to be trying to do this every single day for the rest of the NBA season. So if you like this, like, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions or some things that you want me to talk about more, comment it down below. Alright, so let's get started. We're going from our most exciting games to least. We're going to start with a 5-point game between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are on a 13-game winning streak, and coming into this game, they're 14-3, as the Cavs have not been amazing this year. 10-9 on the year, with a injured Colin Sexton right now. But they do have a Jared Allen who is playing phenomenal. It is looking like that giant contract is worth it now, as he scored 25 points and 11 rebounds, as well as Lauri Markkanen right there, like you saw. Lauri scored 14 points and 11 rebounds, as well as Darius Garland off the bench, 19 points and 3 rebounds. But I think one of the best players on the court tonight was Osman. 28 minutes off the bench, 23 points, 4 rebounds, as well as Kevin Love grabbing 8 boards and 4 points. But that didn't matter at all, as Chris Paul got a double-double with assists and points, as well as Devin Booker scoring 35. Chris Paul with 17 points and 12 rebounds, and Devin Booker with 35, as the Suns grabbed the 120-115 win, as they move to a 14-game winning streak, as they go up to 15-3 on the year, and the Cavs drop to 9-10. The Phoenix Suns are looking good, and it's scary. They haven't been playing the best teams recently, but it doesn't matter, as they have been phenomenal. Chris Paul is getting the assists, Booker's getting points, and they're getting rebounds left and right. They got a 9-rebound day from Ayton, as well as 16 points, and a 12-rebound day from JaVale McGee off the bench, as well as 13 points for him. And it's looking like one day someone steps up and one day someone can get a little bit of a rest. Devin Booker stepped up today. Chris Paul stepped up today. DeAndre Ayton took a step down, as well as Cameron Payne. But it doesn't matter, as all of them in a team collective way, they look good. I think it's confidence. They started out 1-3, but they have gotten great recently, as they had to play a good game because Jared Allen dropped 35, but they did in the end. The Suns had more turnovers, but had a better everything else no, never mind. They had better in everything else in all the categories. The only thing is they had more assists. The Lakers won, finally. 10-10 on the year, 124-116 win against the Indiana Pacers, as LeBron James was phenomenal. 39 points coming off of his suspension. Now he started out with LeBron chase down block. That was amazing. Russell Westbrook didn't have a bad day either. Russ, coming off of a triple-double the other day, scored 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists, as he takes a bit of a step down when LeBron is back. AD was out today, and I think it worked for them. Malik Monk, 17 points off the bench, 8 rebounds. Will Ellington, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Carmelo Anthony, 14 points, 1 rebound. Melo only went 2 for 7 from 3-point. I think that's what made it close. And LeBron went 5 for 12 from 3-point, 13 for 29 from the field, and 8 for 9 from free throw. As Westbrook had 4 turnovers, but had went 9 for 11 from the line. LeBron James, this guy's amazing. Slamming it down, getting points, getting rebounds, and he's just looking good. LeBron James coming up the court, long 3, and it's good. LeBron is phenomenal. I don't know. There's not much to say about Braun, but there's a lot to say about the Pacers. They had an amazing day from Malcolm Brogdon. with 28 points and 7 rebounds, as well as Domantas Sabonis with 14 points and 12 rebounds, as well as 6 assists. And Drew Holiday's brother, Josh Holiday, with 16 points and 6 rebounds. But the thing was, the Canadian, Chris Duarte, 17 points off the bench, and he's been looking pretty good recently. It's just they can't get by a good Lakers team, as the Lakers, in the end, outscored the Pacers 12-4 in overtime and get the easy win, as the Lakers shot 40% from 3 and the Pacers only shot 28, as well as a lower free throw percentage, same turnovers. Lakers had more rebounds. Lakers did have less assists, but it didn't really make that big of a difference, as Braun picked up 6. Talen Horton-Tucker picked up 2 assists, as well as Russell Westbrook with 5 for the starting 5. Our next game, we are heading to the East. We have the Nets versus the Celtics. Highly anticipated game. You get to see Jason Tatum versus Kevin Durant. You see Kevin Durant's ashy ankles? I did too. If you can see that, he has that little bit of a thing. I don't know. Man needs some Vaseline or something. But he just moved up on the all-time list, as he is now 8th in the rankings, and he slams it down for himself and had a 21-point day, 4 rebound, 8 assists, 2 steal day, as well as James Harden, 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists, and Patty Mills, probably the best player for the Nets today, 23 points, rebound, and 2 assists, as he really helped out with no turnovers and went 3 for 10 from 3, as he's turning into a sharp shooter. As the rest of their team, excluding LaMarcus Aldridge, who scored 17 points, didn't really do that much. Jason Tatum only had 15 points, Marcus Smart with 20, and Jaylen Brown with 13. That's not something you want to hear from your best players. Jason Tatum has really underperformed this year, only scored 15 today, only scored Jaylen Brown with 13. These guys were all-stars last year. What happened? I don't know, but they don't look good. The Celtics lose 123-104 as they go to 10-9, and the Nets go to 14-5 as they shot an abysmal 22% from 3, 37% from the field, and had more turnovers, less rebounds, less assists. They were just the overall worst team, and they need to score. I don't know what's up. That's their main thing for their team, is scoring, besides Marcus Smart. He's a good defender. But they're just not good. I don't like in this game, they just didn't play good. We're now heading back to the East, first West. We have the worst team in the NBA, the Houston Rockets, versus one of the playoff contenders, the Chicago Bulls. The only problem is that the Bulls didn't win. That was a nice dunk, though, by Kobe White, dunking over one of the Heat's defenders, Martin Jr. Vucevic in the paint gets rolled around and gets diced up, as Vucevic had 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. Zach LaVine, 28, 2, and 4, and Lonzo Ball with 19, 5, 5, 2, and 2. And DeRozan was 17, 5, and 7, as well as Alex Caruso grabbing 15. But that was it. They did not get much help from their team. Eric Gordon, 10 points. No one on their team had a 20-point game. Darius House Jr. with 18 points. Kevin Porter Jr. with 14, as well as Christian Wood with 16. As Jalen Green picked up 11. I don't know how they pulled out this win. They won 118-113. They moved to 2-16, and the Bulls moved to 12-7. I'm honestly lost for words. The Bulls had less turnovers that they had, like the Rockets, just turning over the ball left and right. They had the same assists, slightly more rebounds. The Bulls had a better free throw percentage, a better 3-point, better field goal, but they just didn't score. The Bulls only scored, this is the deal breaker, 18 points in the third quarter, which really slowed down their train for the rest of the game. I don't know much to say about that. Their players played well, but I don't know. If you know the big things behind it, comment down below. Next, we're heading to up north, as it's the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Miami Heat. Anthony Edwards doing some jelly moves for his team as he had 33 points and 14 rebounds, as well as 6 assists, 3 steals, and a block. And D'Angelo Russell grabbing 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 20 points. But off the bench, Malik Beasley, 29 points, 3 rebounds, and Cat Towns with 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Anthony Edwards dunked over a guy, if you just saw that, and that was exciting, and is hitting threes. This guy was phenomenal. 33 points, 14 rebounds, that's all I need to say. But you cannot discount the Miami Heat as Jimmy Butler was 16 and 8, Kyle Lowry was 7, 6, 5 and 1, and Duncan Robinson was 17, as well as Bam Adebayo with 18. They just weren't the better team. Anthony Edwards, man, this guy's good. He personally should have won Rookie of the Year. I don't know why not. But, I mean, I'm not going to complain that LaMelo Ball won it. But this season, this is his redemption season. As he is showing, both of them are actually showing that they are really, really good players. Edwards and 33 points, and Malik Beasley off the bench with 29. An amazing day from both of them. They had less turnovers, more rebounds, more assists, better free throw, slightly worse 3-point, but a better field goal percentage, and that's what contributed to the game. They played a good game. They won. We stay in the East. We have the worst team in the East versus a title contender, Bucks versus Pistons. Pistons only have 4 wins on the year, as the Bucks have 8, as the Bucks are still not fully at their best yet. Chris Middleton is still getting back into NBA form as he only scored 11 points on 9 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo with 33, 7, 5, 2, and 2. As this guy is good. Only 1 turnover on the day for him. As well as Bobby Portis, 31 minutes, had 28 points, as well as Drew Holiday with 22. As that team looks good, and who doesn't look good is the Pistons. Tyler Lyles with 19 points and 7 rebounds, and that's about it for them. No one on their starting lineup scored more than 13 points, as they had Jeremy Grant and Sadiq Bey with 13, and Cade Cunningham with 9, 8, and 7. Pretty close to a triple-double, though. But it wasn't enough to beat the Bucks, as the Bucks won 114 and 93, as they moved to 11 and 8, and the Pistons stay at 4 and 14. As the Bucks now have a 41.3 3-point percentage for their team, as they're shooting really, really, really well. As it really came, Giannis went 1 for 4 from 3-point. Chris Middleton 1 for 4. Bobby Portis 6 for 7, and that's where it came in, their big 3-point percentage. As Bobby Portis shot amazing from behind the arc. The Bucks did have more turnovers, but hey, you're playing against the Pistons. You have more rebounds, more assists, higher free throw, and higher everything. You win the game. It's the Detroit Pistons. They haven't been good since the 1990s. All right, now we're going to fast cap our last few games. We just talked about our more exciting ones. Now we're going to go to our less exciting ones. I guess, if I could say that. We have for our first one the Wizards versus the Pelicans. The Pelicans actually look pretty good today. They are 4 and 16 on the year, but Brandon Ingram had what I said before. They had a huge turnover problem. They slowed it down a lot today, which was good. Jonas Valanciunas with 21 points and 11 rebounds, as well as Brandon Ingram with 26 points and 5 rebounds. As the Wizards had Bradley Beal with 23, and that's about it. As the Pelicans win and move to 4 and 16 on the year. Our other fast caps for today, we had the Hawks beating the Spurs 124 to 116. The Blazers lost to the Kings 125 to 121. The Warriors won again, going to 116 to 96 as the Curry brothers were playing against each other. And the Hornets won against the Magic 106 to 99 in our games from last night. The Warriors moved to 16 and 2 as Andrew Wiggins had 19 points. Steph Curry had 25 and Jordan Poole had 17 as the Warriors are looking phenomenal. Playoff contenders, championship contenders, and Klay Thompson isn't even back yet. Seth Curry played against his brother, 24 points for him, as it was both Curry brothers on the front of the cover tonight. And finally, we had a pretty good day from Trae Young, as he had a day for himself. 31 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds, as he played phenomenal. Bogdanovic played phenomenal as they moved to 10-9 on the year, and the Spurs moved to 4-13. Now we're going to talk about our interesting moments from last night and our big ones. The Suns look amazing, and Devin Booker showed up tonight with 35. LeBron actually contributed a lot, and that's how you win with LeBron. They lost a lot when LeBron was injured, when he was out with the suspension, and that contributed. The Celtics do not look good. They need to learn how to score again, because they will not be winning if they don't. The Bulls, they had an amazing day, but they just lost somehow to the Rockets, and they also got this. The Rockets got their second win. Ant looks amazing, and Monique Beasley also does too, as well as Giannis coming back to championship form. That will do it for our NBA recap today. If you like this, like, subscribe, and comment if you have any suggestions. See you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye.